At once. This is a follow-on video from the one that I launched this morning, which is on the 16th of September, Saturday. In the morning, I have announced that FinPay has been launched. At the same time, I mentioned that there is a second announcement apart from FinPay, that there is this optimization of user team total rewards rules. Right? And I have promised that I will find out more by listening to the relevant sources and personnel and from the horse's mouth. And so that was what I did. I have gone through 3 different sessions at the SCF office in Singapore today. Well, and each one of them has a slight variation to the sharing. All right, but I think the gist has been captured, and I will digest it and try to dissect it and make it as easy and as accurate in accordance to my understanding as possible to share it with you right now. Okay? First up, I'd like to direct your attention once again to the announcement in your app today. And in your app today, there is this announcement, right? Let me just share with you that this announcement, even though it was mentioned that it will kickstart immediately from the September of 15th onwards, but I have slightly good news for you, right? There is an update that this system, this requirement will kickstart not immediately, but 3 days later. All right. So what exactly are the changes? I'll try to run through as quickly here. For the full details, you can read carefully yourself and digest it, okay? Number 1, the team's cumulative net deposit will determine whether team rewards are distributed. When the team's cumulative net deposit is negative, all team reward types, which refers to either the direct referral rewards or indirect referral rewards, as well as the management rewards or the MD plus dividend distribution and the overall contribution value rewards, will stop being distributed until the team's cumulative net deposit becomes positive again. So what this means is that if you are someone who is holding a rank, then within your network, your net effect for that day, for every day, has to be a positive. So what constitutes positive is that if the liquidity added as well as the amount pledged into the system is accounted as a plus, all right, that will be accumulated and accounted for as plus, is addition. However, what is considered as a negative would be those amounts that people withdraw their daily rewards or the daily team benefits. Okay, withdraw means that you actually withdraw into your wallet. That is considered a negative. So those things that can be withdrawn includes your daily mining rewards. It also includes your team benefits, your referral commissions, and also your pledging rewards, right? So all these considered as minus. Okay, so therefore the overall network under your team, if the plus is more than the negative, then you are qualified to get your benefit. Okay, however, if the minus is more than the plus, then your network for that day is considered to be making a negative return. Okay, then you will not be qualified to get any team benefit or commission. Okay, so please take note, and this refers to the team benefit. Okay, it does not affect your daily pledging returns. It does not affect your daily pledging returns. Okay, one more thing to note is that, let's say if you have your rewards, okay, be it commission, your team benefit, or your mining rewards, what if you don't withdraw for that day, even though you have the rewards but you didn't click withdraw? Then that amount is not a plus, neither is it a minus. All right, it is just sitting there, it is neutral. Okay, so if you were to withdraw it, then it is considered minus. And after you withdraw it and you decide to add back into liquidity or to pledge it back into that wallet, then it is considered a plus again. Right? Okay, so this is one major criteria, okay, whereby point number one means that your network has to be in a positive state in order to gain that team or that commission benefit, okay, that you get your reward for the active builders. Yeah, okay, so this is point one. Then point two, the team's total reward quota will determine whether team rewards are distributed. When the team's total reward quota reaches 0, team rewards distribution will be stopped. At this time, users can increase their own staked liquidity amount to regain team total reward quota. And team total reward quota equals to team total reward quota minus team total reward. And the team total reward quota is calculated based on the total staked amount of the account. All right, so this one, later I'm going to do a demonstration to you based on actual accounts, okay, to illustrate what all these texts are talking about. Okay, so with the actual account and real numbers, then I would understand it better for myself, and I believe you will understand it better when I share it with you. Then next is for ordinary users, the team total reward quota is 1 times of the user's own staked liquidity amount. This is for ordinary users. That means you are a passive investor, right? And you are not holding ranking, you are not exactly benefiting from the reward system. So that's ordinary user. Then number 2, for GM users, the team total reward quota is 2 times of the user's own staked liquidity amount. All right, now quickly, for VP it's 3 times, for SVP it's 4 times, for ED it's 5 times, for MD it's 6 times, for MD plus it's 7 times, for MD plus plus it's 8 times, and for MD plus 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 it's 9 times. Right, so this is what has been newly announced today. Well, some of you may ask, why this is being implemented now. There are a couple of reasons that have been cited by various people in the sessions today. First and foremost, even in the text, it is stated that it is important for the longevity of the company to, continue, that this way, the company is assured of a healthy bottom line. Of course, for us to continue to survive, the company must first be able to thrive, right? So this is one way for us to align with the company's new policy so that the company can continue to be in a healthy state, yeah? And so that the bottom line is always in the black, and then that way, all of us can continue to grow alongside the company. Another reason that this policy is being rolled out is because that there are many passive investors who happen to be in a position that has a ranking, and even though the investment is very minimal, and they are actually gaining a lot of daily returns in terms of team benefits and rewards. And so the company is trying to phase out these non-active beneficiaries. Let's put it that way. All right. So in other words, the company wants the people who are really committed and dedicated and contributing to the system, to the ecosystem, to the company, to continue to be rewarded. All right. And so these are some of the reasons that have been cited. Yeah. Now, here in your app, you can see that there are some summary in terms of a table format, okay, of the different rankings, and also what the reward amount is, explanation is. You can refer to this as well in your app. And right now, I would also like to share with you that earlier in the day, I have done a recording and I've posted it on my YouTube channel. I've already posted YouTube earlier, a video where it is a session on about the reward policy and the changes, okay? And thanks to Carlos, well, he has done a great job explaining the different policies, different tiers, and what we have to do and how we are to calculate it. Right? It is a little bit complicated, I must say, and especially for someone like me, I'm really not mathematically inclined, and numbers intimidate me, right? But, you know, still I am getting the grasp, and so I am doing my best to digest it and to guide you in return. So without further ado, let's launch into the SCF app itself and walk through one of the tiers, okay, one of the accounts. Right, so now I have selected this account where this is just a normal user account. All right, this account has no rank, okay, it's not a GM even, okay, so it is just a normal user. So it's almost considered as a passive investor account. All right. So let me walk you through and demonstrate to you that this account, you can see on top this total team rewards, right? The total team rewards states this 1.4468 SCF, which is based on the current SCF price of about $61 plus. The value translates to around $88.84. And here it shows that there is remaining limit of total team rewards, which means that for this specific account, what has been extracted is okay, maybe I could explain it this way. So this is a normal user's account, right? So as a normal user, it is 1 times. That means there is no capping, okay? And right now, what this account is entitled to receive is this amount of SCF and this value. And so far, I still have not fully extracted this total maximum value yet. I've only extracted a portion of it, and I still have left this portion which is not yet being extracted. All right, so I have not exhausted my limit. So this account is still active and it's still alive, right? And also, in terms of this account, it is a plus. A plus is demonstrated by the 3 stars in front of the FUSD. Okay, if below this account, if the negative is more than the positive, then here it won't show the 3 stars, which represents a plus sign. Then it would actually show a negative. Okay, afterwards, I'm going to log into here. There's a small arrow here next to FUSD. Let's read what it says there, okay? Click on this. Here, it actually tells you that the current team's net deposit is 3 stars, which means that it is positive, okay? And read what this means. Reward distribution explanation. If the team's cumulative net deposit is negative, team type rewards, which are the direct referral rewards or indirect referral rewards, management rewards, MD plus dividends and contribution rewards will be completely suspended and recorded as stopped reward distribution. Team type rewards will only be distributed normally as per normal when the team's cumulative net deposit becomes positive again. Okay, so what it means is that if there is a negative, then I suppose down there you cannot see the 3 stars like how you see it in the front, but it will actually tell you that it is being stopped, and that means it is negative, and so you will not be able to entitle to any of those benefits mentioned here. And when it says it is suspended, it means that, you know, there is still a continuity that can be revived. This can still be returned, as in, you know, it can still be activated again when your plus is more than minus within this network, within this account's network. Okay, then coming back, so right now, what else can I tell you? So this is quite normal because this is just a passive account. Okay, now perhaps to demonstrate you a difference, then I could go into another account that maybe is of a GM status. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate to you this account, which I will name it as GM1. Okay, GM1. Later, I'm going to show you the GM2. I'm going to compare and contrast and explain to you why I do this demonstration for GM1 and GM2. Now, GM2, let's focus on this. Okay, let's click on the top part, which is the team reward part. There's a small arrow here. Click on it, and then you will actually see that this wallet is the GM rank, right? So again, this is GM number 1. Now GM1, you can see that my total team rewards is this, right? And I still have remaining limit of total team rewards here, which means to say that because for a GM account, it is times 2. All right, in other words, I have not exhausted my limit yet. Okay, I still have room that I can still continue to enjoy, you know, the benefits of this account without needing to top up any liquidity, because I have not maxed up my maximum yet, right? So at current, let's take a look that I have extracted only this amount, and I still have this amount not yet extracted. And for this specific account, I have yet to exhaust my benefit. Okay, I still have quite a lot that I can reap, you know, and continue to receive benefits in this specific reward. Okay, and my team net deposit is also a plus because you see the 3 asterisks. So overall, I'm still actually you know, able to enjoy benefits without doing anything to this account. Okay, and what else can I show you? And my reward for yesterday for this specific account is this amount of SCF, right? And management incentive so far. Okay, what else can I tell you? And certain things I'm also not sure. I won't belabel too much, but I will click on the contribution rewards. Okay, this portion here, where this to me is quite new. The company seems to be rewarding the contributors in the system. Okay, well, I click on it and it's taking some time to load. So, well, you can actually go into your own app and explore this portion yourself. All right, so let me get back out. So once again, for this account, let's call this as GM1. You can see that I still have remaining that I can, benefit, so I don't need to top up, right? And let's take a look at what is my liquidity for this account, okay? And this actually has very much to do with how much liquidity you actually pledge within the account yourself. So let's take a look at the liquidity for this account by going backwards. And then here you can see under liquidity pledge, you can see that I have pledged quite a substantial amount here, which is for the liquidity I have pledged like 1,663 USDT. Okay, and that is the reason why, for this amount that I pledged is 1,663, and for a GM account, the cap, right, is 2 times of your liquidity, right? So 2 times means that I have 3,000 plus. Okay, and that's why earlier you can see under the team reward, you can see that so far I've only utilized benefits of 1,500 plus. Therefore, I still have 1,790 that I have not yet utilized, which is because my liquidity for this account is pledged quite high, and the 2 times cap for the GM, right? Because GM rank is times 2, so it's 2 times. So I still have room in order to continue to benefit on this account without topping up or adding anything to the liquidity. All right, so please bear this in mind, because right now I'm gonna toggle out to another GM account, where that GM account, the status is gonna be really different. Okay, so bear with me as I toggle out right now. So here right now, I am going to show you, this will be called the GM2 account. GM2, just now I showed you GM1. And GM2 account, look at this. The liquidity pledged is only 120. It's just enough, okay, about 121. Just enough to meet the minimum requirement. And so if I pledge 120, 2 times of this means that it is 240, correct? And that means that I can receive benefit up to this maximum of 240 for this account. 240 is in terms of the value, okay? So let's take a look at the team reward situation. Now, the team reward here, see, my total team reward has already reached 237. You see, just now I mentioned that my maximum is 240, right? So you see, yes, this is my balance only. I am just, still able to benefit from it because I only have this amount balance that I can reap. Yeah, and so very soon, once this is even utilized, that means now my SCF will be 0. That means what will happen? Then I have to top up on my liquidity. I have to top up some value in order to extend the lifespan of my wallet. You understand? So right now, this wallet, I am almost exhausting it, okay? Because this could get to zero value very soon, because now I am only left $4.55, because once it reaches 240, that means that it is already 2 times my liquidity being pledged for this account. That means I have already maxed out my entitlements, and in order to still be able to gain benefits from this account, then I have to increase on this 240 value. How do I increase? Then, for example, if I were to add to the pledging, if I add to the pledging of the liquidity, or add to the liquidity or the pledging, okay, by let's say $100, would mean that this $100 will be times 2. because this is a GM rank. That means then I will have another 200 value added, which means that instead of 240, I would have, by topping up 100, I will increase my benefit by another 200, which means that the total will be $440, which means that this account will have a longer lifespan to enjoy the benefits that gets from the referral rewards, the GM benefit, etc., etc. Okay, all right, so I hope that this is clear so far. I know it's slightly confusing, and I really hope that I'm breaking it down as accurately as I recall and understand it to be, as well as breaking it down as simply for you to understand. Okay, now let me see what else I should share with you. I'm really exhausted, frankly, after a whole day of so-called training, but you know, really, it's really rather confusing. Okay, and let me see what else I can share with you. Right, so one last thing before I end this video, let me read to you the updates, okay, with regards to that that the new income capping cycle system will be implemented here. The new income capping cycle system will be implemented after 3 days. Okay, so this is important, after 3 days. And what does 3 days, what will the date be? Okay, also let me read on. The version will be updated in these 2 days, and then the amount of pledged liquidity that needs to be added will be displayed. All right, so I guess the system will even calculate for you how much that every wallet is supposed to top up. Is that what it means? And it says that the income for these 3 days will be distributed as usual. So please don't worry. Maybe let me read the Chinese, okay, just to make sure that I understand it correctly. It says 通知各位核心领导人下午好，收益封顶循环至新制度3天后才执行，这2天会更新版本，在显示需要新增质押流动性数额。这3天的收益照常发放，请大家稍安勿超。Okay, so yes, it's pretty much accurate, the translation, and it says that 3 days later, it will be implemented, and in these 2 days, there will be a new version, and that it will then display to us, right, what is the amount of liquidity that we would have to add on. So I guess the system will calculate for us. It probably will save us a lot of headache, okay? And so yeah, so this is the latest announcement pertaining to this, okay? So let me summarize once again what I have shared you. So far. Well, I have walked through this announcement with you. I have shared with you the different tiers. I have mentioned to you that I have an earlier, longer, more detailed video that Carlos has kindly coached the rest of the Singapore team, members today. And you can refer to that video. And then I have updated you that this is going to kickstart in about 3 days' time. I have walked you through some live account situation. One tier is the normal user tier, where it is just 1x maximum. So that one is quite straightforward. Then another live account that I have demonstrated for you is in the tier of GM. That actually I've walked you through 2 different accounts, all right, to give you a better understanding. So in this video, this is what I have covered so far. Perhaps tomorrow or the day after, I will do another walkthrough video on another tier, another ranking level, perhaps that of SVP and perhaps that's of an ED. Okay, so do stay tuned for the next couple of videos that I'm going to roll out over the next 2 days, right? So for now, I hope that you can digest this through first and think about what strategies you want to apply for yourself, because the system allows you 2 to 3 days more to think of what you want to do to apply to your different wallets, okay, if you are holding ranking. All right, so with that, have a blessed weekend. Take care.